How's it going, guys? And welcome to the Deadman Season 3 finale. And what a season it's been. But before we get anywhere today, introductions are kind of necessary. So I'll be your host, Mod Archie. Joined with me, we have our co-host, Mod Merchant.
Hello.
And our two beautiful casters, Skidler and Ian Spam.
How's everyone doing? Welcome.
And our even more beautiful live audience. Pretty spectacular. Now, before we head into things today, what exactly are we about to watch?
So in just a moment, you're going to be witnessing the final hour of the Deadman Winter 2016 Invitational. Now, every season what we do is we invite the top 2,000 players into a tournament where they have 1 week to build up an account, level their stats, get their gear, and then brutally fight to the death in the final hour. And the last person standing takes home $10,000, so there's a lot at stake tonight.
Yep. It's a pretty spectacular thing, and we've actually got a video to run you through kind of the basics of how the seasons work, so let's cut to that.
So what is Deadman Mode? Well, Deadman Mode is a more thrilling and fast-paced way to play old school. Taking part entirely separate from the normal game, we see thousands of new players come in each season. And that's because Deadman Mode takes the game you've come to know and love and flips it upside down. Apart from the dedicated save zones, everywhere is dangerous and you can die at any given moment. On top of that, experience is gained 10 times faster than the normal game, and it's high risk, high reward, as if you die, you lose a percentage of experience gained in unprotected stats, and 10 of the most valuable stacks of items in your bank goes to the player that killed you. Now, after giving players 1 month to level up, we take the top 2,000 players and drop them into one world, where they all kill each other and the winner walks away with $10,000.
Wow. What a great video that was, a quality video right there. But it didn't go too in-depth, especially with the final hour. You know, there's things like the fog.
Sure, the fog is one of the main things that makes the final hour so special. Essentially, what we do is all safe zones are pretty much disabled, and then the fog, which will hit you for quite a lot of damage if you stand in it, will slowly herd everybody towards one final area. We keep this final area a secret until the final hour is already well underway, and once people are in there, there is a brutal fight to the last man standing. So the fog is pretty key.
Yeah.
It sounds like some people have got to the carnage already. But
Yeah. You know what? Let's come back to what is Deadman Mode. This is kind of needed. I think we have introductions necessary for our streamers on stage. So joined with us on the very far left, we have Nightinator. Woo! Yeah. All right. Nightinator is a bit more of a noob compared to the rest of these guys. She's played 2 seasons, and unfortunately she was wiped out by Robert last season. Guess who's next to Nightinator? That's Robert. Hey. The tension between those two right now, are they going to kill each other today? We'll find out. It's going to be incredible. Robert, of course, being known in the early days of Deadman for training for really high strength, rushing the DDS, and killing everybody.
Although saying that, Chris, this time round he does have Barrage unlocked. He's got some really high-end gear as well. So he's going to be slaying like crazy. I'd like to see what he's going to get up to.
In his penguin suit. He is rocking the penguin suit, both in real life and in game right now.
Very true. I think he's representing his team, Newt of Terror, so
beautiful. Good
luck to them. Moving along, we have somebody who really doesn't need an introduction, but do you guys want to give us a brief, who is this?
So of course we have Bapapti here, who is the king of Donation Man mode, and he's been stacked up with lots of brews, lots of Aram skirts, etc. And hopefully gets taken out by a clan within the first minute or two, but no, he's one to watch, and we'll see how far he gets.
Yeah, well, of course what's awesome about this is these guys are all streaming to their own channels, and we can watch everything here, and we can also watch everything from the spectators, which will be jumping around from all 4 of them through the entire
it's really great to get some of those different perspectives.
Yeah. And of course, on the very far right, I believe, is Megged Up Mage. Not so much known for streaming, but definitely one of the best Deadman PKers I've ever seen.
Yeah, one of my absolute favorite players to watch. When this guy does stream, it is something special. He is a very, very skilled PK player, especially in Deadman mode. So real treat to have him here.
Yeah, definitely a pleasure to have Seb along. According to some behind-the-scenes news, Megged Up Mage is one to look out for. He's got some tricky things up his sleeve this season. So good luck, Seb.
Interesting to see what he's going to be doing for this final hour. He's in a very small team. I think it's just like 6 of them, the leg ends.
Yeah, normally associated with leg ends. I think they're going a little bit more solo this time.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see the different strats coming out from them.
Definitely. That being said, we kind of jumped out of it, so Deadman Mode. Now, we have some specifics for this final hour. There are some changes from the last season in particular. Do you happen to remember those?
Yes, one of the key ones is that you may have seen in the video of the previous seasons, in the final area, the fog was there, and the fog was kind of doing a little bit more damage than we'd have liked it to, especially in the first season where we saw everybody basically just get blown up by the fog.
Decimation.
However, this time we're keeping the final area fog-free, so what you will see at the end is pretty much a guaranteed fight to the death, and it should be a lot more interesting than just watching people die in the fog.
Absolutely. So in the final area, it's going to be a magical barrier. You pass through the barrier. After a certain time period comes down, you'll have 20 minutes to fight in this magical portal, by which time there'll be no fog in that portal whatsoever, so you cannot die to the fog. Last man standing wins. But if there are more than one survivors in the portal, then it will come down to the total kills who takes it.
Yeah, and that means that there's no hiding in this tournament.
Exactly.
Like, you get out there and you slay, and if you go for the tie and you haven't been doing that,
yeah,
you're not going to get it.
I personally can't see it coming down to a most kills win situation. I think it's definitely going to be the case that there is a last person standing. What do you think, Ian?
Well, obviously beforehand we saw in past seasons, particularly last one, Rot dominated. And they took the win, and one of their members won that. And hopefully this time around we see just lots and lots of chaos happening again, chaos ensuing.
Yeah.
Maybe some different teams team up together to try and take down Rot. We've got AC, we've got Antiques, Tartar.
Yeah, the Lit are in there,
Lit,
very big, yeah.
Lots and lots of different clans in here. A lot of solo players as well. It's going to be just absolute madness at the end, and I don't know, we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, and how at the end this barrier is going to be one-way entry. You go in there, that's you're committed to being in the final area.
Yep.
You can't leave. And I think one of the big strategies that's probably going to differ team to team is when do they go in that final area? Do you go in early, establish a foothold, or do you hold out as long as you can, stock up your supplies, tank as much as you can, and then go in there?
Now that's something I was really looking forward to seeing as well, because I'm wondering if when you enter the portal, if there's a clan already standing in, spread out, and they can get a barrage and a chin pulse
you're gonna
straight
catch
away
about
as soon as
200
people
chins.
can go in.
But will clans be
my.
able to keep that organisation that is crucial, that makes them so strong, or will they just fall apart when there's just hundreds and hundreds of people trying to get through that wall at the same time?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see.
Last season, speaking of which, watching Rot win that last season, Mazar in particular was one of the players we were watching. We were seeing his perspective. He went in with the Ancients. That's pretty brave.
Yeah.
You're in not very high range defense, obviously. A lot of people like to run in there with chins. Now, we were just thinking earlier, if you run in with chins and you hit a pile of people that might be like 30 to 50 people, and they happen to have auto-retaliate on, you're going to die very quickly. So it's a brave strategy, and I'm really interested to see who's going to run in with Ancients in particular, but the chins especially. It's just such a blast to watch.
There's just so much to watch. We've even seen like a few dark bows coming out. I know Robert's got a dark bow, which is going to be pretty interesting.
The dark bow as well, obviously guaranteed an 8-8 hit. If there's a couple dark bows in the game and a clan can focus one player, just like that.
Genuinely, if you want to take out, like you mentioned, Mazar, like, famous PK, a brilliantly skilled player.
Yeah.
If you've got a dark bow and you're in a team, you can take down star players like that very easily, and that really takes a big aspect out of the teams.
Definitely. If you've, if any of you guys have watched the video, Season 2 Deadman Mode Tournament Final, Rot released their strategy video. It's absolutely fantastic. You actually get to see and understand the coordination, the level of skill that goes into how they PK.
Yeah.
They're in Anakal teleport spot, so the Greater Demons area, the wilderness, their home ground. The calls were unbelievable. They were like saying, everyone run south in 5 seconds, we're going to cast north and we're going to chin north, like 3, 2, 1, go. And then they're like, everyone run east, we're going to do the exact same to the west in this amount of seconds. They'd count down, and they just maximize the damage per second
And it's
they
so
could do to
interesting
every other
because so
player.
often you only see that outside image of the teams. You see the jokes, you see the attitudes, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So to actually get a look into their perspective and see the real strategy and actual skill that's on display is really, really impressive.
Yeah, they definitely take it seriously, and it'll be really interesting, especially last season. We saw a couple of clans teaming together to try to take them out. Will that happen again this time? Who knows? That being said, we have an interview with the winners of the last season, so we're going to cut to that.
Welcome, everybody. We are joined with the winner of the previous Deadman tournament, Bogart, as well as the leader of his clan, Rot, Bullerick. Is that right?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Awesome. Cool. All right. So, quick couple questions for you guys. Firstly, to Bogart. Can you take us through your strategy for the final hour? How did you win it?
Well, yeah, it's probably best that I answer this because, I was on top of this whole thing. Well, the first few days, we obviously trained up, we focused on training up, getting all the items, all the food and everything we needed to. We had, You know, we had raw scientists, we had raw geologists, economists, engineers. We had everything. We had everything. We had mathematicians as well. You know, we had everything in place. We figured out everything. What was the best food? What was the most efficient gear that we could buy? The fastest thing. You know. Next thing, once we had all this information, you know, we were able to get spies and clans. What we did with that, you know, is whenever clans they would go PK, you know, try to take over some area, we would go hit them and clear them out completely. We cleared out a bunch of clans like this. You know, we completely weakened them before the final. So we did this. We took over the mall. We took over so many other places. And eventually, you know, it got to the final hour, you know, where we were just way too strong. You know, we had way too many people for them, you know, and that was it really, you know. That was just like our strategy. It's pretty simple.
When you were in the top 10, how much food did you have? Did you know you were going to win it, or what was that like?
Well, I mean, I was just trying to remain calm.
Yep.
I've been in, like, I just, like, looked around for pea pots, like, any food, like, even, like, cake, anything. And then I was trying to do damage to as many people as I can while I was looting supplies.
All right, well, you're taking it seriously now. Is it safe to say you're going to be taking the next season just as seriously?
I think so. I think so, man.
There you have it. That was the interview with Bogart, I believe his name was, of Rot, and the leader of Rot, Bullrich. That was a pretty awesome interview, actually.
Yeah.
We battled it for like 5 minutes. We trimmed it down a little bit, but
Yeah, one of the things he said there, which I found quite interesting, was how they took on little clans throughout the last couple of hours. And AC in particular has a massive run-in, and AC's another massive clan with 50+ members in it, and they decimated them really early on, which just, you know, when you lose so many clan members, it's just such a disadvantage. So
This really
if we
goes
do that
back to
again-
what Skidler said earlier, where the coordination in the calls.
it's unreal.
Honestly, like if you're interested in seeing it, go and watch their perspective video, because genuinely, you
Yeah,
hear,
it was
like Barrage West
unbelievable.
run south, and that's what they're doing. They're picking off the smaller teams that tried to ally against them.
Yeah.
It's an amazing strategy. To
However, like Ian and Connor pointed out earlier, the dark bows being in the game, that's one thing I hadn't actually thought of. The guaranteed 8-8, if they take down the leaders, the callers of Rot, that could completely wipe out their
Yeah, but I
strategy.
mean,
their coordination could, you know.
There are other clans with amazing coordination too. We mentioned Antiques, we mentioned Tartar as well. These are clans that actually play every single Deadman mode and play the original server, which only has about 100, 200 active members right now. It's a very old server. Every time it comes out, they jump back on that hype. And they, you know, they're just the same level in terms of
I mean,
skills.
there's been names that have, you know, been floated around Deadman mode, like you say, since the original Deadman mode. Like, AC, Lit, Antiques, all of that. So it's not just Rot. There's so many teams that can pose a threat. But the skilled solo player, especially, you know, if they start banding up, you get 5 or 6 star PKers going together, they're going to cause some damage.
yeah, I mean, we've got 3 of them on stage with us. I know Robert, Brody.
That's so harsh. 3 of them.
Well, I just said in the interviews or at the beginning, all right, Knight's only played 2 seasons. Have you guys played from the very first get-go as well?
Yes, we played from the first
well, we've got
season,
5 then. Fantastic. Speaking of which, in those clans as well, like Rot, etc., we are going to be jumping across following all of those guys to see just how they get along for this final hour. And I've just actually got word, it's finally time to jump into the final hour. So let's do this.
The final hour is about to begin.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The final hour is upon us. I'm joined by my good friend Ian, Pure Spam.
Hello, everybody. And yeah, we're about to get into action very shortly, but we're all sitting here in these awesome demonic thrones. Clearly, our construction level is through the roof.
25
that is such a
millipiece.
cheesy joke to start with. Oh my god. But yeah, so right now, all the players are just walking around, and we'll get into the action, like I say, very shortly. And as the fog is released, the action will just kind of get more and more and more.
Absolutely, it's going to be really interesting.
Be a fast-paced thing.
Really interesting to see what happens at the start of the game. Obviously, the players, Ian and myself, do know where the final area is going to be. We can't reveal that, of course, yet. The players in game, however, do not. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do leading up to that final 20 minutes in the magical portal.
Yeah, although saying that, soon when the fog is released, every single player in the game will be given a tablet, and this tablet gives them a teleportation into somewhere in free-to-play area, as that's the where the fog will not be hitting until, like you say, at the end we get pushed into a very certain area, which is going to be just complete mayhem, similar to last time round, which was Anna Carl.
Yeah, and the important thing to note with this teleport tablet is that when you click that teleport tablet, it's not going to teleport you into a specific location that you already know. It's going to put you into a random place in the free-to-play area. That means that, say, every single player from a specific team uses this teleport. You're not obliged to use this, however. But if everyone does use this teleport, they're going to be scattered around the map. They're going to be vulnerable to being attacked by other team members, by solo players in the game. So we could see a breakup of teams with this teleport tablet.
Yeah, potentially. And like right now, as you can see in the background, the reason why players are fighting right now, not conserving their supplies, because if it comes down to the end and there are players left, not just one solo player, it will come down to who has the most kills. So an interesting strategy. Solo players can take this. We've been talking about the clans and how well they've done in previous seasons, how organized they are, and just how destructive they can be. But a solo player still has the opportunity to take it if there's several people left at the end and if they can survive that long. Here we see in the background, this is the Not clan. Was it Newt of Terror or something
Newt
like
of Terror, the penguins.
That's
chilling in the sheep pen there.
And that's an interesting strategy as well. I don't know what they can really do inside the penguins, but
well, I mean, everyone knows they're there now.
Literally. Sorry about that, Robert, but good luck when rock come and hit you. So I'm looking around now. Obviously, the lower level players are going to get hit off very quickly. It's like quite a nice strategy, actually, for these higher level players. You see that, the range cape, running around, trying to take out as many people as they can. And the lower level players really don't really stand a chance, do they? I don't know what their strategy is going to be, but running around aimlessly probably isn't going to do much. Obviously, outcarried right now is Multi, so you might see people teaming up, but right now we've got the Ham Hood versus the Dorgashan crossbow.
What? Sorry, I can't see from here. What kind of battle axe is that?
Top, I'm not too sure. And moving on now, that guy in tank gear looks absolutely savage right now. The DFS.
He does. He's got a big following on him. He's got a lot of people following him right there.
This might be a clan, but it might be a streamer, I think. I'm not too sure. And I see the top left right now, we've got players remaining lots. Obviously, the tournament's just getting underway right now, so in the next hour, we'll see a lot more people drop off. But for now, just trying to get some kills, etc. And see how far we can make it into the game, really.
Lots of people currently crowding around the Alcarid Palace courtyard
bazooka.
here.
Now, that is a multi-area, but unfortunately the bazooka doesn't work as a bazooka does, although that would be very, very powerful. It did just throw a quick missile into the middle and just blow everyone up. But
yeah, it would be interesting to see what clan this is right now that are gathering around the courtyard.
I'm not too sure. Looking by their gear and stuff, no one's too overpowered. I mean, Rune Armor obviously is pretty standard in the game right now. Black Dragon Hide, Mystics. The Barrow's armor compared to this armor is just unreal. So
absolutely. The defensive bonuses that Barrows gives in comparison to Rune, and as I'm sure Adam knows, especially the Rune chain body is just so much greater.
Not quite up to par, but as you can see in the background, so obviously the only thing with having better gear, the Barrows gear, is you might be a target for opponents. Like, let's say a clan sees a guy that's wearing Arams or something.
Absolutely.
He is a threat. He has that extra damage output. He's got extra defensive output. Clearing him out of the game first would be a definite thing to do. So I'm not too sure how that's going to go for the certain players. That guy's got an attack cape, I think. Is that a 99 attack cape?
Yeah, that's two 99 capes we've
120
seen already.
And then 110 combat or something? That's almost a maxed
Trimmed.
account. Oh my god. So obviously the tournament came out on Monday, right? And they've had the last 5 days to just sweat out RuneScape all day long. Everyone's dreaming, I'm sure, at home. But
people's sleeping schedules are absolutely obliterated right now.
I think Adam was sleeping 3 hours a night, he said, and there's been a lot of other players that do it as well, not necessarily streamers.
Yeah.
But yeah, these high levels, they've been sweating out for the whole week, and it's all come down to this final moment. And I guess we're going to see what happens soon, as that little clan of level 110 is a short team, a really small one, but there's a lot of power behind that. You know, a couple of level 110s can definitely beat a bunch of level 70s. So we'll see.
Definitely, and vice versa. If there were a small clan of level 110s and they get bombarded in a multi-area by a low-level team, we've seen it with the Hey Boys clan in the past. They absolutely wreaked havoc in Alcarid.
Again, organisation. Right there we saw Spark Mac, who I believe has an army of tribesmen, as he likes to call them, behind him, walking around. I'm not sure how he's going to fare with them. I think as a streamer, obviously, you've got a little target above your head. Everyone wants to be that guy that says, "Oh, I've killed Boaty," or "I've killed Spark Mac."
Yeah, and it's good to see Spark Mac making sure he's a fair distance away from the cooking guild.
Especially after last time round, Elliot. Anyways, moving about, and he's got some nice gear as well. DFS, obviously, the Guffin's helm, etc. And
I'm seeing lots of whips.
Yeah, whip obviously 85 slayer requirement. Of course, the last 6 days have been accelerated experience rates. No one can get to these combat levels in the short amount of time which you'd like to be able to do.
Yeah.
So 10 times experience has meant that even though they have to play obviously 20 hours a day, you can get really, really far ahead. And players like SparkMac have made the most of that and are just going to stomp all the lower levels. This is another clan, not too sure who this is, but they've all got the dragon on and the rune. Nothing too overpowered there, but they're trying to snipe off the little lower levels, trying to get some kills.
They don't want to deplete too many supplies, so as we've seen quite a common occurrence there, as we see the guy with the whip just taking out the no armor guy. There are a lot of high level players with really decent gear just taking out a lot of the players with minimal or no gear whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
That way they just don't deplete any of their items.
Another thing to mention, actually, last time round we did see a lot of clans avoiding combat towards the end, although saying that, Rot did explain that they went into combat with AC and they tried to kill as many clans off as early as they could. Interesting to see if they do that same strategy again, if they try and get into combat early on, but usually it's kind of a slower paced start. We've got 800 players remaining now, which actually is less than half the original that started.
1,200 players have been wiped out already.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously Alcarid right now, this is north of the multi-zone, away from any banks, really far away. If a clan wants to hit this clan, they would be jeopardizing a lot of their members. It is a very risky strategy. So if Rot, for example, was to come hit these guys, or AC, or another clan was to come and fight them, they'd be committing to a win or death situation.
Yeah.
They can't really get away from that. And obviously, if you're enjoying the stuff in the background right now, who do you think is going to win? Make sure you tweet out #Deadman on Twitter, and we'll get some tweets up on the screen as well.
Absolutely. Make sure to use that hashtag Deadman. You will appear on the screen for us, and we can see what you guys are up to, how much fun you're having in the tournament, and how well it's going for you.
Yep. And at the bottom right now, we have the tournament viewer, which, as you can see, is one of what the J-mods are currently controlling right now. We have Ronan and we have Jed, who are controlling this. Myself and Elliot are just sitting down, relaxing, and just
on our
commentating
thrones.
On our thrones, exactly.
It'd be good to see some of the where some of the streamers are, what everyone's getting up to on the solo side of things. If we could switch to Nitinator quickly.
And that guy's got no chance whatsoever getting destroyed by that clan. That's the power of clans. Obviously, in a multi-zone, everyone can hit simultaneously, and that damage just stacks up very, very quickly.
Yeah, the rune chain didn't really give him any defensive bonuses there, did it?
And that guy in Myth, for some reason, isn't getting attacked, so he must be a clan member of some sort. As I said before, the bottom right of the screen is the tournament viewer. You can see the combat levels, some of the highest levels in the game. We have Good Luck I'm Tom, 115 combat. We've got a few other 115s, 116s, Funky Mitten 6, another live streamer, Sick Nerd, who has been sweating out the game all week, and actually has an Abyssal Dagger, I think. He got that from Abyssal Demons, which is just a ridiculously low drop rate, and he couldn't get his whip, so he has to settle for the dagger instead.
Korean girl as well.
Korean girl, one of the members of Rot, 121 combat. Oh my. Yeah. So a little talk about Rot's strategies, or rather Korean girl, how he can get so high in the game. Basically, he's been able to get, oh my god, actually Adam combat. We'll get back to that in a second.
Adam is going on a rampage here. It looks like he's in Lumbridge Swamp with the big frogs there. He's taking a battle here where he's going to, by the looks of things, take some damage, but...
It takes off the helmet, but doesn't take off the shield. What's that about then? The guy's going to try and get away. Obviously, the safe zone is just northeast from here, so if he can get away from this, he will be okay if he has to run to Lumbridge. But Adam's got a few more casts available to be able before he can get away properly, and
he is fully stacked up on runes,
it's good enough, though. I like the Guffin's helm, interesting choice.
If we take a look here, Adam's got Smite up. This guy needs to turn around and unload some specs while Adam's standing next to him. Adam's very vulnerable here with Smite on, especially in robes.
Can you imagine how mad he would be? He just turned around, G-Maul to the forehead, 30 so quickly. Oh,
there we go. He finally is changing his prayers now. He's switching from the swipe. Oh no, there was a mistake there from Adam. He can get taken out of the game here. He has been enjoying his Budweiser, so maybe that's affecting
I think the guys listen to us right now because there's a spec being unloaded, but not quite enough to take Adam down. The 0-7, obviously. The guy's a much lower level. Also right next to us is the rune altar. So if they've got a talisman to get into there, I imagine Adam PKing down here probably has his escapes planned out well.
Yeah, you think so.
If he doesn't, then this guy could easily get away, but I think it's all over for him. I can't imagine he's going to be able to tank this.
Oh,
Never mind.
that could have been death.
That could have been death.
That
He was on like,
could
what,
have been
60
death.
HP? If that guy's got a decent strength level, 30, and that would have been game over for him, to be
Adam
honest.
needs to keep his distance here and make sure he utilises the step unders, as we've just seen there. Perfect.
Also, obviously, now Adam is in a pretty scary situation. If he's been wasting a bit of food, the guy's been hitting him. Not very much, being said, but he has been taking a couple of Adam's supplies up. So if one of the clans or one of another solo member finds Adam now in Lumbridge, so far away from a bank, he's pretty screwed, to be fair. I don't know how he's going to go away from this one. Obviously, there's the kill, taken down, and probably the first of many to come as well. And moving straight away, trying to get away from there, doesn't want to get Clan to come hit him.
I imagine he's running straight to the bank to resupply his brews.
No, he's bruised.
He didn't have many on him. He did not have many on him.
The brews that he was donated. Anyway, looking here now at the Al-Kharid Duel Arena. Interesting place to have a 1v1.
This is very interesting, actually. We can see that the player on the right is utilising the smite flick on his crossbow hits, and the player on the left isn't. He's obviously skilled in the last man standing.
The Coif versus the Rune Square Shield and Rune Helmet, though. And I think the Rune Helmet guys run out of prayer. I mean, Smite is going to book it, or just want some time to just chill. I think they're just friends, to be honest, and they're just having a great time. Following a little duel before the action begins. But the cannon here, and this is a massive
if we could get a
plan.
right click on here and just see how many players we have got death dotted right now.
So it looks, a lot of players. I'm not too sure how many exactly. This is AC by the looks of things. We have AC Bank meme in there, unless it's a fake AC member trying to pretend to be them. Guy on top, we've got Verax Brassy, and we have a Dragon Medhelm, so gear, pretty reasonable. But the death dot is just west of Al-Kharid Bank. Now this area is actually, I think it's single, but just to the east, it might be multi, it is single. Just to the east, we have a bank, obviously we can re-get supplies, and also we have the multi area, so they don't have to engage, they don't want
Something to point out here in Al-Kharid is the shops where the furnace is and where you can tan your hides. Those areas that you run through, they are multi-combat, and you can quite easily get X amount of players, tens of players death dotted on one square, and you can, when you're running through Al-Kharid, just get absolutely one hit by the, bone crossbows.
Exactly.
Bone crossbows even.
And we see the what is that? Is that the something battle axe? The leaf bladed battle axe, I think it's called.
Yeah,
and
that thing hits like a truck.
It's got a bigger bonus than an abyssal tentacle, actually, a bigger strength bonus at least. So these guys having a little Edgeville related fight. A guy on the right, obviously in much better gear in terms of defense bonus. Although no, they both got some rune legs as well. So he's going for those combos. We're both just protecting melee, being very careful. With the melee protection up, it's very unlikely these guys are going to die unless they have a dark bow or some kind of other ranged 2H weapon. Unless now he goes for a Gmaul spec or something? Nope.
Yeah, and you know, and just judging from the way these guys are fighting, I'm going to assume that they're not actually members of a clan. They are in fact solo players, because it would be so unlikely that two members of a clan would stand in a bank like that and 1v1 each other indefinitely.
Yeah, no, exactly.
The main focus here for the clans is to make sure they have as many supplies on them as possible. They're grouped up together. They are safe. They're away from depleting any resources unnecessarily, and they want to make sure in that final area they are completely stacked to the brim and have as many people backing them up as possible. And as we can see here, Ian, sorry to butt in there, the guy in the Rune Medhelm, look at his hand. He is wielding the black chin chomper.
The black chin chompers, obviously, chin chompers in general, red as well, are an item, a ranged weapon, which hits into multi-zone and will hit up to 9 players, I believe, at a time. So if a clan can focus, or even a solo player can focus on a bunch of people at the same time, they can do extraordinary amounts of damage. And obviously, if loads of people are using the black chin chompers, it can just wipe people out very quickly. We saw a clan sitting inside of the Al-Kharid Palace there, and we saw AC, I believe it was, west of the bank. Now, interesting, because they will have known that. They've probably watching the stream. They probably know that the two clans are opposite each other. They decided not to engage.
Yes.
Which, interesting move.
And I think this, if they were to engage in, I think, in fact, that it would benefit the people inside the Al-Kharid courtyard. To get inside the courtyard, you have to go through a smaller radius of squares, meaning that the people already inside the courtyard could get an enormous barrage pile.
Yeah.
And like we saw, the people in the courtyard of the Al-Kharid Palace do have both Ancients, including Barrage, which is obviously an area of effect attack, and the Chin Chompers, which also has an area of effect attack.
And right here, this guy here, look at him, full Darox, defense cape. What is his combat level? He must be a very, very high level whip as well.
He is a monster.
And
no one is messing with him.
Obviously, the good thing about Darox, if he gets low HP, you can hit these crazy hits, up to like 90 damage stats.
I hit a 90 on stream 3 days ago with my Darox axe.
Did you get the kill?
Absolutely.
Oh, of course you did.
It was a 504 XP drop, I believe.
Oh my
I had no
God.
idea what it was going to be.
Insane.
90 for the kill.
Center of Varrock as well right now. We have a guy in full Arims going in with the hybrid, actually, trying to take on this other guy. But
Good luck, I'm Tom.
Oh.
I know Good luck, I'm Tom, actually. I think we have fought a fair few times.
I think, is he stream? I think he might stream. Not too sure on that one. But he's been training Slayer, I believe, the whole way through, which is how he got that whip and how he funded all of the gear he's got. The Aram is obviously one of the best items to have in the game, the best mage defense gear anyone's going to really have in this final. That guy's in full Torag, I believe. The Torag special effects. Again, what is the Torag?
I think Tom made the right move there. I think to avoid continuation of that combat was wise. He's in Arim's robes. He's obviously stacked on gear. He's got great stats, and he's got great amount of damage he can do.
His opponent right there had Protect Melee up the whole time. We've got a hit going on right now
and he was
in multi, and AC just clean to the bank, trying not to get into the multi-zone. Obviously, a bit to the north is the single zone. If you stand in single, you can hit people that are in multi and not get hit back in multi. That guy sadly perishing. No, just about surviving. He's
He is
unfrozen any second now. He can get away now if he runs. But
the amount of zeros, oh man, that's excruciating for the team doing the damage.
I know, it's only like 3
a blessing
people
for the man tanking.
I'm honestly surprised that not more of his friends have come to help him, but I don't think they care too much. And we've got some Blood Barrages coming here as well. Obviously, Blood Barrage heals you a percentage of the damage that you deal, so
which
similarly
is
to the
strange because none of these players seem to be taking any damage. So to deplete soul runes by using blood casts doesn't really make much sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, he might have a finite amount. Obviously, runes are quite hard to get in the tournament because everybody wants them, and they've only got 6 days to prepare for this final. So
for all we know, though, they've got tens of thousands of soul runes.
Well, yeah, we don't know. We can't see the inventories. You're right. Looking around at the bank again now. Obviously, this is multi right now when they bank, so be careful. Darkbow in the corner, as we spoke about earlier. Darkbow hits a minimum of 8/8 or 4/4 if protection from range is hit, so you can't hit any zeros with it. If a few people have a Darkbow, that could be some, a definite KO.
You could wipe out some of the most powerful players in the game, regardless of their defense gear, regardless of their prayers. As long as you have enough people with a dark bow hitting them at exactly the same time.
Look at this clan then. Is this DI, I believe? I saw a DI member in there. I think GHJFF is another streamer. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I recognise the name. And I'm just walking about there at Alcarid as well, very close to the other clan. They might come into contact. This
Wielding
poor
the
guy,
Chronicle.
This poor guy with his blue D-hide body and his leather boots, just chilling at the duel arena spot, not trying to engage in combat. And a few more fights going on here west of Varrock. The smite is up. But obviously, a bit further west is multi. Is this guy going to get lured into a multi-team, or is he going to disengage?
This could be disastrous.
Oh, no,
he
he's not going to risk it.
He was not falling for that one.
But does the guy even have a team? Probably not. He's just duped the guy out. Nope, he doesn't have a team. All he's doing is just trying to get away, just hanging about with the West Bank. And just not worth the risk, is it? Running into multi in case there is a team there.
It is a really good way to escape. If you have no other means of escape, and you know you're a solo player, running towards multi, although it's a risk in itself, if you know that you're going to die regardless, take that risk because a lot of players will not follow you into multi. And that doesn't just go for Deadman mode, that in fact goes for the the live game of 07 as well.
Yeah.
If you're being hit in the wilderness and you run into multi, a lot of teams will not follow you because they think it's a lure.
Yeah, they're worried about it. Looking at the top left right now, we have 650 plus players remaining. And don't forget, you can tweet us, #Deadman. We've got our City of Dust, who has just said, final in progress. So freaking excited to see Boaty OSRS die. You may get your wish if we can jump back to him in a bit and see how he's been doing.
But my friend here, the Winter Sod Master with his fire-making cape and his DDS, and he got the Phoenix. He got the Phoenix.
You said the Phoenix Pet?
Yeah, the pet.
Talking about Phoenix Pet in a second, here's Adam at Draenor Village. Is that a clan above him? No, it's Alfie, who was stacked up on hundreds of brews, I believe. No fault of mine. Anyway, we have Gingerphobia, obviously Boaty, getting into combat here next to the bank. The guy can re-gear and restock items, but he's much lower level. So the question is, will he get unfrozen in time? Will he be able to make it to the bank? Or will Adam pick up another kill, which goes towards his final kill count at the end, which may guarantee him the winner of the Deadman Mode Tournament?
It will do, given the case that there are multiple people alive after the 20 minutes.
Is he out?
I don't think that'll be the case,
he's out.
though.
He's out, and he can't bank because of the 2-second timer. So GG, straight on to the next target, onto the low levels, like I said before.
He's massacring the
the DDS
23, 24. I can't quite see that into the 34
Puts up Prey-Mage. No, he's not. He survived it. What the? How is that possible? The Wizzy hat coming in with that defense bonus, which is negligible, but nonetheless, he got very, very lucky there.
He did indeed.
So yeah, like I said before, trying to get those kills to try and jump into the finals so he can get the most at the end and potentially pick up that $10,000 grand prize, which is what all the players right now are working towards. The Staff Bash, Adam, we expected much better from you.
What are your predictions here, Ian, on Adam? What do you think is going to be the fate for Adam?
We spoke to him earlier, and he said to me, I want to go out there today, I want to get as many kills as possible, have as much fun as I can, and he's doing that right now. We've seen him kill a couple players now, and he's just going up and down the ladder right now, trying to set the player out.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to him in a bit. So
I think winning would be a tall order, definitely.
Yes, no, definitely. I think, well, Adam, yeah, probably.
Could we
Looking at
get a
West
right
Bank
click
now,
on the bold fellow in the Arams, please?
He's got some nice gear,
He
hasn't
does, he does. That's what I
Arams
wanted to
and
see,
such.
yeah.
Back to Adam,
Back
obviously.
to Adam.
He's changed targets. He can't be running up and down the stairs. He's gone to his friend, smited him out. Can he get a DDS spec in? Is that a DDS spec coming in? Nope.
I personally, and obviously this is something that we were pointing out in the Lumbridge Swamp battle with Adam, he has to be very, very careful with that smite prayer up.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get caught by someone with a DDS.
Or a Gmaul.
A DDS or a Gmaul. Adam's going to be not paying attention. He's going to be focusing on his own damage per second. He's going to be standing there in his robes, and before he knows it, it's a 30-30 on his forehead. He's going to hit the floor.
But another kill has been claimed by Adam. Got that key above his head now. And looking at West Bank, someone's using a Fire Wave, I believe, with full non-mage bonus. Not sure that's going to work
The
for
Black
him.
D-Hide. He's still splashing. He's training up that mage XP.
Are those some coins on the ground there? Is that the...
This is something... okay, right.
The strategy's coming in. Would you like to explain, Elliot?
Yes, so... earlier, Ian and I were discussing some, some sneaky strategies that people may have up their sleeves for the Deadman Mode final. And one thing we discussed is if you've seen the previous Deadman Mode finales, there is copious amounts of loot on the floor. In that final area, you can see cash stacks, food stacks, armor stacks, anything from whips to salmon. And we were
obviously the
talking
coins
about the
as
ring.
well.
The ring, is it the Ring of Coin?
I think it's the
always
Ring of
forget.
Coin. There's also like a bush one, I believe, now, and you've got the Ring of Stone as well.
Chris
so.
Archie's favourite.
Yeah.
I remember he was notorious for walking around as a bush.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that might come in handy, hiding in the corner. But when that end zone is released, and we know where we're gonna end it off, I'm not sure if a ring of stone will save you, because I think there'll be chins flying everywhere. Adam's still trying to get some more kills, clearing up Draenor Village. Just to the east here is multi. I'm pretty sure Adam is aware of that. The question is, will he pursue? If this guy runs east, Adam might think, no, it's too risky. This guy might have a clan. It might be a lure. Adam's smart like that. And well, it's kind of.
And this is something I want to point out here as well. When you're in great gear with mage bonus and stuff, something that you really, really want to look out for is fighting people that are in bolt gear. So you've got the Black D-Hide on, the big defensive shield, the Granite Shield in this case, and then the bolt. That does an absolutely absurd amount of damage through mage gear.
He's being really risky right now, actually. He's not using overhead prayers, as you said before.
Look at his HP right now.
I know.
He's got to be at about 65, 70
like, if
HP.
this guy's got a Gmaul, he can turn round and he could hit that, even if he had low defense. But never mind, the faking into the ancient staff, into the DDS spec. GG, son.
Don't you hate being proven wrong?
Oh, I know, right? Literally. I think we're like the only people right now that are rooting for Adam to get killed nice and swiftly. Only kidding, man. Good luck.
It's the risks. The risks are too dangerous for my liking.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him die. I mean, anyway, back into Al Kharid. Good luck, I'm Tom, actually. 115 combat, East Bank Varrock. We talked about him earlier. A very high-level player, and he's got a few people behind him, also very high levels. Who's this? 99 defense cape. A few players. I think Seb as well, Manked Up Mage, who is currently live streaming from the event itself. He has also gone for that tank strategy. He's put all his time into getting very, very high defense level and a bit of range as well, just so we can survive for those last few minutes and maybe pick up the win.
We'll see what Seb has up his sleeve, because there is some news that it is very, very sneaky, although Ian and I are ignorant to this and we do not know what's going on.
That's right, that's right.
Of course, if you are a Twitter user, make sure you do tweet us. #Deadman to get on the screen. We've got Switchblade on me up at the top here. Deadman finale and pizza. Tonight is a good night. #Deadman.
Oh, I'm jealous, man. Also,
I'm
actually, another
well.
thing to mention, if you're enjoying the Deadman final right now, or if you think this looks like something you could do, you've played RuneScape in the past, or want to give it a go, the seasonals gets released as the tournament ends tonight, which will be in the next hour or so.
Yeah, and immediately after.
As soon as it ends, you can jump into the action. 5 times accelerated experience rates, PvP in most areas. Everyone starts again. The economy is fresh. Everyone's level 3. The race to be the first person to, whether it's high crafting or herb lore, or whether it's to be the first person to get the whip in the game. It is a thrill. It is a lot of adrenaline rush, and join in and
play
get playing.
oldschool.runescape.com, I believe.
Yeah, oldschool.runescape.com.
And if you are somebody that has previously partaken in the Deadman Mode seasonals, or whether it's just the original Deadman, there are a few changes that are very, very significant that have both me and Ian very excited for Season 4. The main one for me personally being the gear cap, the gear lock. So if you've played previous seasons, you'll know that people can rush Ancients. I know that myself, Skill Specs, Manked Up Mage, and Eggbeard actually managed to complete Desert Treasure in Season 2 in 24 hours. We had it on the first day. it was a very, very hard sleep-deprived night. But you can still complete the quest. You will not, however, have access to the Ancient Magic Spellbook, and that goes also for Barrows as well. You see people that that have access to, you know, Carols, Torags. They have insane defense bonuses. It makes it very, very hard for people and players in the game that, people that go to work, people that don't have as many hours free to play, you know, 18 and maybe even more hours a day, they'll have a chance to catch up with those players. And if you'd like to talk about the accelerated XP rates upon death.
Yeah. On death. Oh, yeah, of course. Never changed the next season. Obviously, the seasonal is 5 times experience rate. And when you die, you lose half of your experience in any skill that is not protected. Now, you can protect 2 combat stats and 3 non-combat stats. So by protecting, if you don't protect the stat and you die, you obviously lose a lot of experience in it. But this time round, to help you get back on track, there is a double XP rate towards that level. And yeah, it is a lot of fun. And even if you can't PK, the last week I've been doing herb lore and crafting and just skilling in a bank, making some money, having some fun. So feel free to do that. So you don't have to PK if you don't want to, but it is a lot of fun. Anyway, looking at Al-Kharid now, another clan walking about. Is that the Rocky?
You know what?
pet?
I was literally just about to say that. There are so many Rocky pets around RuneScape, and you know what? Well, I say it has me jealous, but you know, I don't think I'd want to get a pet in Deadman mode because, well, especially it goes in the seasonals after a month. Or, in this case, 1 week, your pet will be obsolete. It will be out of the video game.
Gone. So all those people that have, you know, been that just shows the admiration I have for all these people that literally can sweat it out for a week solid. And so many people just love the game mode so much. You play for a week, and that's it. It's gone. Your account is wiped. You can play 20 hours a day. It doesn't matter. It's gone afterwards.
Look at the amount of players hoarding outside of the Duel Arena right now.
I'm wondering if this is a clan or if this is just a lot of people.
It has to be a clan. The similarity in gear, I think, gives that away.
Well, it's all basics, mystics, and rune, but they're not fighting each other. So
exactly.
Not too sure. Obviously, hashtag Deadman to tweet us. Geordie's saying, amazing quality stream. Can't wait for the Bapap to die, though. Yeah, Bapapti will die soon, hopefully. We'll see. We'll be catching up with him again in a little bit.
I think that's 2 out of 3 Twitter comments that we've read who have shown excitement for Adam
dying. I know, right? Maybe they've been killed by Adam himself.
Ginger feels good, man, in the chat.
Oh my god!
And the chins are being launched. Look at this. We have an ambush.
Clan action. This looks like it was DI or the GHGFF clan that was being led by him. And actually, they're in single to the east, I believe. That must be a single spot. Have they figured that out? Yes, it is. That is a single spot. Yeah. So not quite in multi yet. Bit to the west is multi. So very interesting strategy.
They attacked them prematurely by the looks of things. They were throwing the chins and the area of effect cast, so the barrage, and realised, I think, that it was doing absolutely minimal damage to the players, so they backed off.
The clan that backed off definitely outnumbered this other clan. So
100%.
I'm wondering, why didn't they engage? Because if they had more members, they could probably win in a 1v1 situation, and if the other clan wanted to run away towards a bank, it would be through multi, unless they went to Duel Arena bank, of course, but it's much further away.
I think why, perhaps, would be because I think there's a clan actually over in Al-Kharid Bank.
Oh,
and
if
they were to deplete supplies on these
they'd be in a bad situation
members,
as well.
They could get hit, caught off guard, but the amount of numbers here right now is absolutely incredible. We have a 1v1 here. Adam just casting on this poor gentleman in Draenor. He's backed off. He's going to go get some more supplies out the bank. And by the looks of things, the fog is starting to come in now.
So you can see starts off slow as well.
Yeah. And I think this a notable change to this finale is that the fog is going to be coming in faster, and it's going to be doing a lot more damage than it has done in the previous tournaments.
Yeah, if you get caught out in a members area or an area where the fog is hitting you, there's the rock at the Ring of Stone. Oh my god. We were expecting to see that there, weren't we?
Yeah.
But looks like Adam has just killed someone with the sounds of things. Not too sure there, but the audience screaming for him. So maybe he's died, actually. That makes sense too. Anyway, back west of Al-Kharid. This clan, like you said before, waiting there, and he's gone. That guy's stuck in the fog.
Is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's kind of screwed now if he gets caught
he has to run. I think he is now out of the fog. He's okay. He's got a key.
Oh, and Nightinator has fallen.
She has fallen, unfortunately.
I think we're going to find out in a second the replay, potentially, of how she fell.
She looks dumbfounded. What happened, Knight?
Oh, no. Is that her dying there? Was that her account?
It was a Hey Boys style ambush that occurred in Al-Kharid there.
She got destroyed. And the coins being picked up as well by that player. Not that they can use them right now, but yeah, Gigi's Nightinator. Obviously, as Chris said before, she's not a PvPer, but she had a lot of fun. Adam getting destroyed.
Look at the
by
damage
the fog.
he's taking.
He needs to move, and he needs to move now. Is he out of supplies? Oh, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's managed to get away there. That would have been a really, really sad ending to what has been so far, just non-stop action by him.
And I am fairly optically impaired, but it looked like 32 damage being done. Am I wrong?
I think it was 10 to 20, I believe, at the time.
Okay, right. Well, apologies for my poor vision.
No, it might have been, to be fair. My vision's pretty bad too, to be honest with you now. But yeah, walking towards Lumbridge right now. Looks like the final area hasn't been announced yet, I don't believe, but they are walking towards Al-Kharid. That seems to be where everyone's moving towards right now.
I think it's fair to say that the final area will be in Al-Kharid. We can reveal this information, but to exactly where in Al-Kharid, that's obviously classified. We can't give that out right now.
No. So we've got Dank Memes who's tweeted us saying, watching Mika279 run solo, go Mika. Obviously, there are lots of other streams on right now. We encourage you all to watch them. And obviously, as well, once this tournament ends, seasonal begins. So it's non-stop action, viewer action for you guys as well to watch. And the start of the game, I think, and the start of the seasonals is one of the most hype moments. You know, it's just so fun. The race, like I said before, the trying to get to be the first person to, I don't know, to first person to get a whip, or even the smaller things, like the first person to finish Tree Gnome Village, which I believe
Tree Gnome Village.
It's one of the most annoying things, since you have to wait.
Well, you know, it is one of those things. You do have to go through a lot of multi-zones where the battle's taking place between the gnomes and the Khazar troopers. I remember it was last seasonals, actually, Ian and I, we trained our magic up to 30...
For the fire. No, it was, I think it was 13. We just used Fire Strike, the most basic spell, which is not hard to get. We just sat in multi, where all the little questers were walking past.
Everyone that tried to complete Tree Gnome Village suffered a painful death. Just like that guy.
Yeah, literally. So I'm looking around now still, people in Al-Kharid are swarming around. Another clan to the west, clan inside the palace, and I think there was a clan east as well. Looking at Lumbridge right now, a few fights going on. We've got the gate, and this guy is crying to death because Adam is about to take his life. And yeah, can he get away though? Unless Adam catches the freeze now. Oh, and the fog is hitting. So is Adam going to pursue or is he going to move?
And that's something that we mentioned earlier. Like I said, the fog is going to be coming in a lot faster, and Adam's about to die.
Obviously, the gate itself is one way. You can't get through at the same time. Everyone running in to the side.
Look at the carnage we're seeing right now. The amount of players, like I said, the fog's coming in much faster. We just saw Adam perish there to the fog.
I think Adam did just fall like that. I'm not too sure there. Al-Kharid right now, absolute chaos going in, and I believe the final area is through that gate right there. People trying to walk in, but you can't all get in at the same time. The clan that was sitting there at the start, inside the palace, what a great strategy. Guessing it was going to be there, and they've got the advantage right now. And Boti has indeed fallen. Unfortunate for him, I think he got stuck behind the gate. Left it a little bit too late to start to go to the final area, and just couldn't get through. Too many people trying to get through at the same time.
Caught up in those slaying sessions there in
very unfortunate for him.
And look at this, and this is something we really need to point out here. They've got an enormous barrage pile right at the center of the gate to Al-Kharid Palace.
And looks like
Robert the Penguin
the new clan going down as well. I assume his penguin suit didn't save him. He was still in the cow fields waiting for the final area to be announced. Not too sure.
He probably got stuck by the gate as well.
He doesn't look happy, does he? He doesn't look happy, but well played, my friend. Anyway, look inside the Al-Kharid Palace again. That little area. Look how many people are being frozen. Look at all the chins flying in. It's just complete and utter chaos. We see a few Phoenix necklaces being wielded. Obviously, very interesting strategy as well. Phoenix necklace breaks when you get down to low HP and heals you, so it could be the last little lifeline you have.
Yeah, it could be the difference between, it could be the difference between first and second.
Literally,
in some situations.
Yeah, exactly.
And a notable thing here is that they are using both barrage and chin chompers. That means that you get frozen in a square, you get in a massive clump. There can be, let's say, for instance, 20 people frozen in a 3x3 area. And if you're having people cast on those with barrage, it doesn't matter if they're protecting mage or range. They're going to be taking full damage from one specific style of combat.
Sorry to interrupt, but just look at the loot on the floor. That is everybody's dream. Just walk around and just find whips and everything. And look at these. Look how quickly people are falling. This clan that is protecting the palace right now is doing insanely well at it.
Look at the
chins no one can get
just
through.
Flying in.
No one can get through. I'm not sure which clan this is that's hiding in there right now, but oh my god. The palace is quite a big area, actually.
Yes.
And it looks like the few players that can get in are just trying to hide inside and hope not to be picked off by the clan.
It's also really important to note here that you can see the electricity-style barrier that goes between the courtyard to the Al-Kharid Palace. That is accessible. You can choose to go in and out of this. I think for the next 10 minutes, if there should be a countdown on screen. For the next 10 minutes, you can go in and out this at will. However, in the final 20 minutes, once this 10-minute countdown is gone, that will be a one-way entrance. If you're outside of that portal, you will be instantly one-hit by the fog.
And players remaining right now, down to 180. Players are falling fast, obviously, as well. The fog is not going to be released into the final area. Whoever is left at the end, if there are more than one players left at the end, it will come down to who has the most kills.
Yep.
So a solo player could still take this, and that's something not to forget. Outside right now, a few clans being pushed away and trying to get in again. I believe Manked Up Mage has just fallen as well. Seb, his secret strategy, which we didn't find out in the end,
wasn't
clearly it didn't come
very
to fruition.
secret after all.
No, and he's gone now as well.
Didn't even make it to the top 100 players there, Seb. Congratulations.
On the plus side, he did get into the last streamer alive, which is a feat in itself.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm looking inside the Alcari Palace right now. We still have lots of chins flying, and the tweet right now from Mr. Jade Wasco himself.
A friend of mine, actually. How are you doing, Tyler? Dead Ginger. Hashtag Deadman. Make sure that if you are a Twitter user, you do tweet us. How are you doing? Hashtag Deadman to get on the screen. Hope you're all enjoying the tournament.
DFS on the floor there. Why has no one picked that DFS up? That is the best shield. Oh, it's
although
not charged, though.
it won't be charged. It'll be the same as a mithril.
I'm not too sure, but it's not very good at all.
It's either a mithril kite or a mithril square. Everyone's screaming at me right now.
At the bottom right is tournament view. You can see the highest level players and the highest HPs in the game. So we have a couple of level 107s, a few level 112s. We've got Mazar. Mazar is from Rot. I do recognise that. Moni, another live streamer, still in it to win it.
Yeah.
Korean Girl, another Rot member. So yeah, it looks like Rot are probably still trying to
Mazar and Korean
take
Girl
it again.
being two of the most prolific members of Rot. Very good in leadership skills, particularly Mazar, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, if you haven't seen the video that Rot released of their previous tournament win, go and check that out. You really get to see the strategies and the skills and the coordination that comes into play when they are in the final area.
Yep.
It's absolutely fantastic.
And looking to the northeast right now, another clan seems just waiting. They're not going in just yet. They're letting all the lower levels getting picked off, waiting for a few more people to be killed, right until the last moment they possibly can to go through that barrier and then take on the clan. So it is just chaos in there. Everyone pre range. Interesting. Most people have chins. Not many magic users. Obviously, you've got lower defense bonus with magic. You have to do Desert Treasure. You've got to get 94 mage for Ice Barrage as well. So but look at this. This is just insane.
And this strategy here, Ian, like you pointed out, that they're going to go through this portal and they're waiting for everyone else to go through. The only thing this could play detriment to those players. If they wait and they're the last team to go through,
and there's another team waiting for them. Exactly.
They are going to get
very, very
decimated. The barrage clump is going to be phenomenal. They're going to get taken down by chins and barrages in a matter of seconds.
Yep, definitely. And I'm actually surprised to see so many chins in the game. There's a lot of players that actually are using them right now. Pretty much everyone has noticed that, obviously, in the last few tournaments, it's always ended into multi-zone, and this is no exception right now. And the reason for that is so that we get this chaos at the end. We get this complete and utter destruction. So I think even if Adam made it into this final area, being killed by the fog, he'd probably have fallen pretty much straight away when he got piled.
Taking a look at the carnage that's ensuing right now, Ian, it's been about a minute and a half, and we've only seen a decrease in 20 players. So although there is a lot of barrages, a lot of chins flying around, players aren't dying quite as quickly as you'd think they would. I think in the next couple of minutes there are going to be a lot of players that have,
I'm just
3-4 brews left.
That push, when that clan just outside of the palace flies through, it's going to be unreal. Will they get hit? Will they get frozen or get destroyed straight away? Or will they make it through the barrier? Will they push through and push the other clan into this final room and
Very interesting
take it out? Looking around, we've got a few more people just waiting outside. It looks like a lot of solo players actually in the northwest. Not sure what they're doing, but they're just waiting as well. Inside, obviously, people using single spells rather than the barrage, not trying to kill their own clanmates. That's another thing to mention, actually. Obviously, chins, you can't choose who you hit with the chin chomper. You throw the chin chomper, it hits someone. If anyone's next to them, they get hit as well.
Exactly, which is why it's so imperative that clan members have good leadership. You're going to have clan members on TeamSpeak or Skype with their members, and they're going to be calling locations to run to. So, say for instance, they say everyone run to the southwest corner of the palace and then freeze northeast. Everyone's going to do that. There'll be a timer. They'll count down. Everyone will do that simultaneously, and then they'll start casting barrages and throwing chins at the same time.
Looking at the high levels again right now at the bottom right, looks like Mazar's still in it, Moni's still in it, Korean Girl is still in it as well. A lot of the high players we talked about earlier. Lots of level 100 combat pluses. Oh my god. And I believe one of the strategies Rot used was to take Zaya, and obviously Zaya has the sand crab spot. There is only one tournament world. They could hold it down, had a lot of really good bonuses from doing that, being able to train to a very high level very easily.
With 10 times XP
10 times
XP
10
in
times
the
XP,
tournament.
just rocket up the levels so
AFK
quickly.
training there.
Yeah,
Very
not
nice.
bad, not bad. So looking the side again, it looks like some of the clans are definitely piling very, very carefully. You see a little man walking around with the strength cape on right now, just getting destroyed.
Yep.
He's pretty much out of it right now. I don't assume he's going to
I think
tank
so,
it.
yeah.
No,
There
he's
we
gone.
go. He
He's fallen.
perished. He has perished.
And you see all the clan just moving to the
And
west.
look at this guy here, just in the Arims with the Torag's helm, standing there like an absolute warrior. No one dares step to him.
No.
And if we have a look, everyone on the left-hand side there, the northwest side, has instantly barraged at the same
Look at
same
that
time,
barrier, like we said before. Someone tries to get out or get in, and
Yeah.
bam, you're just dead straight away. I'm actually surprised that the clan's not cleared everyone out in the center right now. We're almost down to the last 100 players left, so this push is going to happen any second now. Really, really smart play by the clan at the northeast right now, because obviously they've saved so many supplies. The clan in the middle that have been destroying all the other players, they are low. They've not been able to bank. They can't bank. So the few that are left, I don't know. Are they going to take the other people on? I'm not too sure.
They've saved a lot of supplies, but, you know, like we said, if these players on the outside here go through the portal, they force themselves into a position whereby they can get frozen on the exact same square. So they put themselves in a very, very sticky situation by doing that. And I don't think it's going to be long now, Ian, before the final 20 minutes are here, where everyone outside of that portal does get one hit by the fog.
And I tell you, I think it's pretty clear right now. I don't think it's going to come down to who has the most kills. I think these last 100 players are going to battle it out until no man is left, apart from obviously their friends, their clanmates.
I agree.
And such.
I can't see it coming down to a
This is actually insane. I think we've pretty much done it now. Have they killed everyone? There's maybe 1 or 2 players left, but both clans looking pretty similar amounts of people left.
Yeah.
Although, like we said before, they've lost a few in the middle there. And is that it? Is it now clan versus clan?
It may well be.
I think it is, and obviously they have the advantage of being able to defend the base. This is a classic clan fight, to be honest. When people normally arrange these in the wilderness, they do say, I'll defend this spot or I'll attack this spot.
Yeah.
And this is no different, so we're going to see...
The only difference being is they can see each other at this point, and they're protected only by an electrical barrier.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Normally there would be a lure of some sort.
Looks like a few people left, just taking people out one by one. And when is this push going to happen? There's like no one left. I think the few solo players that are here are just trying to be sneaky, trying to blend in with the clan, not get into combat and be like, you know what, I'm part of this clan. Yeah, I'm definitely part of this clan, hiding in the corner, you know?
yeah, a good way to go. But as you can see, a lot of the players here, you can't see any barrages being casted. You can't see any chins being thrown. We can only see single-way spells. That's the blitz spell being casted by the gentleman in the Thorax helmet over there. They're making sure that they're not hitting any of their other clanmates. So it's safe to assume that there are very, very few solo players standing in the courtyard
there's a few to the west, just outside the courtyard. And the question is, what will happen if these two clans fight each other and both lose similar amounts of players? Can a solo player fly in with a full inventory of brews and just take it? You never know. That could happen.
Never know.
It happened last time.
It could
That's
happen.
What happened last time, or was it last time? The time before
It was the time before that.
Yeah,
on Codeine,
that's
yes.
it.
Barbarian Village final.
He just hid in the corner, and Rock
just south of
destroyed
the
everyone.
Yeah, very
Rock destroyed
unfortunate
everyone.
for Rock. Very unfortunate.
And then flew in and took the win, like we saw last time. Anyway, so these clans at the top northeast right now trying to take care of those solo players, just so that doesn't happen again, as we can see.
What are your predictions here, Ian? Like
my
we said before, that we've got the people in the centre here in the courtyard. They're low on supplies. They have been engaging in combat. They have been taking damage and they've been using up their supplies, runes, etc. We've got the clan on the outside. They haven't had to take any battles with anyone, so they're full on supplies, but they do suffer the chances of going in and being frozen on the spot.
I'm trying to think right now. How can you prevent that? How do you send only a few people in first and then send the rest in? I mean, you want to just rush in together, and I mean, when that happens, the chaos that occurs with it as well. How can you call out what to do if you're just getting destroyed? So
I personally think that the people outside of the courtyard, when they go in, they're going to get absolutely devastated.
I'm going
to
say the contrary. I can see that the people in the northeast, they're all in very, very high gear right now. We see people in Arims obviously using Blood Barrage or using Ice Barrage. And the people inside right now, the team inside, they're pushing right now. I think they're going for a push. Are they going for a push, potentially?
They
and
are
they pushed
coming
in.
Here's the clump.
Look at the stacks, and you just can't do anything. Once you get hit there.
How many players are dying right now? We're going to see this. We've gone down to the final 100 players.
You might be right.
Look at the chins and the barrages coming in right now on that one square. The amount of players that are going to be dying in the next 30 seconds.
I think one of their own clanmates actually got stuck there, got in the pile, got frozen, couldn't do anything, just had to be perishing within like a couple seconds right there. And I don't know, are they going to change strategies now? Because it looks like they've lost a lot of players. You have to run into the Alcarid Palace right now. Everyone outside is getting instantly destroyed by the fog.
Lots of players outside just died. One hit to the fog.
And looks like the clan inside, like you said before, is winning this one. I'm not too sure, though, but they've definitely got more players left. People just standing still, idle, just waiting there. And that's it. The push failed, unfortunately, for the clan waiting outside northeast. Still no confirmation on which clan this is left over right now. It's anybody's
30
guess.
players just died, Ian, if you take a look in the last 15 seconds there.
So
and let's have a look at some of the players here. here. We've got, I can see already a few Rot players left. We've got Mazar left, obviously, like I said.
And Korean
an
Girl
incredible
too.
leader,
So
Korean Girl.
Rot Nico as well.
Yeah.
It looks like Rot might have been the ones that were inside again then, trying to take their second win potentially. But I'm just cleaning up the last few players right now, and look at that guy with the little, what is that? Is that a myth? No, it's an iron plate body
Look
G.
at this guy
not the
here.
Best, not
Look
the
at this
best.
guy just standing dancing.
He's like, you know what, we accept it, we've won now. No one's going to take us out, but...
The arrogance.
Look at this, they're literally just standing still, not even getting in combat. They're just thinking to themselves, you know what, let everyone else do it. I can just sit here, I've won, I've claimed my win right now, go on. Just finish the rest of the guys off, but... Yeah, it looks like the game is pretty much coming to an end. Just to mention again, once this tournament does end and once we do announce the winner, seasonals do go live. So hop straight onto the game right there when that does happen and you can get involved in the action. And we will start from level 3, obviously. Oh, look at that bang. That guy got destroyed right there.
If you are completely new to Deadman, the concept is basically when you're roaming around the game, if you've played RuneScape in the past, maybe you've grown up with RuneScape.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Look at that stack right there in the northwest. Everyone putting Retribution up.
Yeah.
I think it's the final clan. This clan has won, and they are now suiciding on their own members to leave one player standing, their leader potentially, or someone they trust, I guess, to split the prize money.
We need to keep a close eye on the players down on the right-hand side here. I can no longer see Mazar on that list. I don't know if that's just because he's below in the list now or if he's actually been taken out. That would be surprising, definitely be surprising, but like we said, it is a multi-zone area. If we've got an opposing clan that just call that name out, they can pile him absolutely instantly and take him out probably in
I think it is the same clan left right now, just slowly destroying each other. Less than 25 players remain right now, and the game is coming to a close. Obviously, this tournament was for $10,000, the grand prize. Whether the team decides to split it or take the win for themselves, we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, there's always sort of that element of
mistrust.
Yeah, absolutely, mistrust and temptation, isn't there?
No, definitely $10,000.
Once you've won that 10,000, you know, anything can happen.
Right,
We've
so
seen that in the past.
Again, players slowly dropping, just killing each other off right now, and we will decide. Well, we'll be told who the winner is shortly, and we'll head down to the couches also very soon.
What we can see most likely that will be the case is, judging by what we're seeing on the screen right now, like Ian's pointed out nicely, that is it's the case that probably one team is left here. They're suiciding their own members, and they're going to leave one player alive, and that player is probably going to be one of the highest ranks, if not the leader of the team. They are obviously going to be the most trusted person in that team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking right here. Really interesting strategy. Just to go over that again. They waited, didn't they, inside the area? Was this the team that waited inside? I really don't know.
Yes, it was.
I think it was. So they were in combat the whole time. They were destroying all the solo players, all the other clans. That is just unreal to me. They destroyed everyone.
I think with the depletion of their supplies, whilst they were fighting in there, really speaks volumes about their coordination.
Yeah, no,
the
definitely.
level of tactics and their skills being shown.
There's a reason why they won last time, and they've won in several times before as well. And also a reason why they've taken other awards as well from Jagex. They've won certain tournaments, clan cups and such. Yeah. And only 9 players remaining right now, or 8 rather.
There we go.
Going down very, very quickly. And yeah, I think it's pretty much guaranteed. Now this is most likely going to be Rot. And I wonder who's going to be the winner. Who is going to take the 10,000 home, and is he going to split it with the other people? Yeah. A nice little $10 split. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, looking inside the Alcarid Palace right now. Anyway, as we said before, last few people left. Who is going to win? Who's your money on, Elliot?
My money right now, just taking a look on the right-hand side, honestly, I wouldn't be able to give you an educated guess on that. A lot of these names here, I imagine they are Rot members. I can also imagine that there's been a lot of double name changes for this tournament.
This whole clan, look who's left. All level 90 plus combat. Just goes to show the dedication they put in over the week. I mean, yeah, 90 combat's not 120, but it still takes a lot of time to get to that level.
Absolutely.
And just looking
the
right
amount
now,
of hours that you do have to put in for that is
look at them taking off their armor as well, just letting them kill each other. And Retribution is up, obviously. Last player is going to die, and looks like the guy in the Strength Cape, level 120 combat potentially, might be the one to take this. I think Daddy Sharks potentially, if he's going to be the last one left. The rest are just fighting away. And yeah, what was your favourite moment about that little ending there, mate?
My favourite moment about that ending was the prediction of the players waiting just outside of the palace in the northeast area. They waited for the players inside, obviously, and their tactic in that situation was to go in afterwards and hopefully take them on an ambush. However, that did.
Wait, was that guy hiding in the corner? Was that guy hiding in the corner?
I don't think
I'm not
So
too sure.
looking at the mini-map, there were
I was
no
going to
white
say,
dots
imagine
around.
he was just hiding right until the end and now getting piled. That'd be-
The ring of coin coming into play.
Yeah,
there.
I
Can
know,
you
literally
imagine?
just hiding underneath all the piles of loot.
I'm sure after the on-coding win, players are going to be a lot more thorough this time around.
No, definitely. And just to reiterate again, once this tournament ends, the next season begins immediately. So if you have a members account, you can log in, you can jump straight into the action as a level 3, 5 times accelerated experience rates, and you too, if you get into the top 2,000, can be in this position, witness this absolute massacre, and maybe even take home $10,000 yourself.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Not too bad. Anyway, looking right now, we have, it looks like 3 players left, or 2 players left, 1 versus 1. It's going to be a 1v1. Oh, if only had Darox or something like that. I think they're going to fight fairly, no overhead.
It would be good to see.
Versus
2 players
is that
remaining.
Snaggleegg, I believe.
I think
Can't
the man
remember
on the
his
left's
name.
going to win. Judging by his gear, he has the advantage here.
I mean,
Although
they're
the
both
player
at
on
very
the right
similar
has
combat
the,
levels. 104 combat versus 118. Do they have special attack weapons? Most clans
Will
don't.
the pink boots prevail, Ian?
Nah, I don't think so, mate. Oh, there's 2 underneath. Or is that just 1? I was just 1.
No, it is
so,
just 2 players.
They are eating all their supplies left until the end. They're gonna go for the honourable death match, and yeah, good luck to either side.
Rot, Nico, and once again my vision.
Yeah, I know, I can't read that quite either. 180 combat versus 104 combat. Both very similar stats, very similar gear. They've both got the Darox and the Verax on right now. Carol's top. So I mean, who's gonna win this? I honestly have no idea. There's really loot on the ground too, isn't there?
Yeah, this is anyone's game here. This fight right now just comes down to how much food and who gets the better RNG, I think.
I think the 99 Strength Cape has given up, saving us having to talk for several minutes about what's going on, so thank you for that. 99 Strength Cape taking all his armor off and forfeiting to the pink boots and the pink cape, like you said, so...
Have a pride.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Skeng Rat in the top corner has just been moved over by Saber6 Erin. The Hunger Games RuneScape edition, #Deadman. Thank you very much,
Literally.
Erin, my bad.
Erin, yeah, thank you. Like we said before, guys, what are your favourite moments? Tweet at us, #Deadman on Twitter, and we can grab a few more of those before the final ends, potentially. But no, it's over. Looks like Rot Nico is going to be the one who takes it, and we're going to go to our adjudicators shortly and find out exactly who won. Right,
Perfect.
so what a final that was,
Absolutely,
Elliot.
absolutely,
Interesting.
yeah.
So just talk about quickly about what just happened there. So as we saw, Rot staying, I think it was Rot, staying inside the Alcrid Palace, taking on clan after clan.
Definitely the smartest move they could have done. Although it seemed like it was a risky strategy in that situation, they did stay inside there. They did use a lot of their supplies. They depleted their resources, whereas the team outside on the northeastern side, I believe, they managed to keep all of their supplies.
I'm
but
just surprised.
when they come in, instantly barraged, instantly chinned.
I was going to say, I'm
decimated.
so surprised. I honestly thought they'd be able to tank it. I thought they could get through the gap and spread out really quickly.
You were wrong.
But no, the power of barrage and chin chompers is just undefeatable, as Rot has shown again, as they have done previously. And Adam's death, just to recap on that as well, he was doing so well, taking off all the noobs.
Well, you know, I thought he was going to get specced out by not keeping an eye on his prayers.
That is the
sneaky DDS at 40 HP or something, but he died to the fog, unfortunately.
His Twitch chat will never forgive him for that, for dying. Not even getting through the Alcrid Gate, not even making it to the last area. Anyway, guys, we're going to watch a quick replay of some of the best moments of this tournament right now. Head back to the couch, pass over back to Chris and Connor. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Pure Spam on Twitch, or Ian, and this is...
I've been Skidler. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Take care.
Take care.
All right.
All right.
Woo. Wow. What a final hour that was.
So I hate to say it, but Rot wins again. I think that's the moral of the story.
Do you hate to say it though? Are you sure you
no,
hate to
they
say
deserve
that?
it.
You love
they deserved it.
saying that.
I like Rot.
They clearly deserved that. They were very well prepared. I think it was kind of common knowledge amongst many communities playing this tournament in specific. There weren't many final areas left to choose from.
No.
We always go for a free-to-play multi-area. We've gone from Falador to Barbarian Village to Greater Demons, now eventually, of course, to Al-Kharid. Where we choose next is like a very difficult, actually, decision.
It's going to be a big decision to make. However, here we're seeing Bodhi on his rampage in the highlights.
Yeah, Bodhi was providing for some incredible content. It was absolutely tragic watching
I mean, he
him
told
die
us
to that
earlier, he
fog.
was like, I'm feeling sadistic, it's going to be a massacre. And he definitely lived up to that, I think.
Probably had, well, I'd say he probably had the most kills.
Oh, he was leading on kill count. When he was on his
Was
massacre,
he?
he was leading on kill count, yeah.
Wow, it's impressive. The final hour, though. Wow. That was just incredible.
So,
Watching
I mean,
that
here
back,
we're seeing exactly what happened, you know. We spoke about, do you go in early and establish the foothold, or do you wait late and try to keep your supplies? Rot went for the early foothold, nobody challenged it, and you can see, look at the chins raining in. I mean,
Yep.
one of my favorite things about Deadman is that. Look at the chin barrage.
Well, you know, one thing I was kind of surprised, I'm not sure if anybody did, but the Amulet of Glory could teleport you into that palace, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody use the
I didn't
Amulet of
think
Glory?
so.
I
I
did
thought
think as well about
Through
that.
that gate was an absolute death trap.
I saw a few on the floor, though.
Man,
so
that would have been
there may have been
really,
glory
really
tallies.
fun.
I didn't see anybody go in, though.
Potentially, we'll see. What was your favorite moment of the
Favorite
final
moment
hour?
was the end, just waiting, the anticipation when Rot and the other clan from the northeast hit each other.
Yeah.
I was like, we talking myself and
Yeah,
Elliot
yeah, yeah.
about it, whether they'd be able to get through the gate and be able to take on the clan properly, but no, they got destroyed so
Yeah.
quickly, and that was just so exciting to watch.
I couldn't see them getting through that barrier and making it into a specific location where they'd be able to, you know, counterattack.
Yeah, and it
right
really
inside
goes
the
into that
palace.
discussion we had, and those are the two different strategies. And
Yeah.
clearly, in this case, the early foothold was the one to do.
It would have been extremely hilarious, though, like Chris just pointed out, if they had of all simultaneously clicked teleport Al-Kharid on their Amulet of Glories.
right.
That would have
and
been
then,
amazing.
Yeah,
Incredible. That's a
taken
really
them by
strategy.
surprise from the inside. The inside ambush.
Well, I'm really interested to see what's going to come of next season. Of course, next season is now live, right? People are already
live.
getting in there. Well, it's live within a matter of minutes.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure that the devs are very quick with that. So.
Yeah, it's a turnaround of, like you say, absolute minutes. So
Yeah.
if you like what you saw, or you'd even like a shot at your very own $10,000, do go play the next season. It is going to be kicking off immediately on Old School RuneScape.
Yeah, like I said before, the best part about the seasonals is the beginning. Those first moments when you start in Lumbridge or Varrock or Ardy, planning out your map of route, you know, you can do quests, are you going to skill, are you going to train combat up? It's just, every decision is so crucial, and getting ahead of other players and going PKing at the start is just, makes
It's
the best
great
content.
fun.
It's the most fun, definitely.
Especially when you're killing everyone doing Trino Village. That was hands down one of the most fun times I've had playing RuneScape.
Oh, definitely.
So we're going to quickly throw over in just a moment to Mod Archie, speaking to our streamers on stage to see how they met their ends. So take it away, Mod Archie.
Sorry guys, I've taken the camera. I am joined with our 4 streamers, of course, on stage. We have Nightnator here. First to die?
Yes, but with dignity. So it's totally fine. It's a very small amount of dignity. Not a lot, but still there.
Yeah? How did you die?
Okay, right. So I had a genius plan. It didn't quite go to plan. I had no idea that the key wouldn't work to get out of the area if you were sculled. I did skull myself while I was in the area. I made a fool of myself, really. But it's one of those things that you don't have a clue until you're actually in that situation. I don't think anyone would have known unless they've been there themselves.
It's definitely not something you can prepare for. So you did make it to the final area. Did you get any kills?
I didn't. Although, only if you'd class the fact that Robert was looking at me and then he died because he was talking to me. I'd class that. I'd take that. I'll take what I can get.
Not bad. Any plans for the next season then?
Plans for the next season, join Rock. That's
Not a bad strategy. Thanks very much. All right, Robert. We didn't see much of the Penguin Clan Newt of Terror.
I got a few kills in the final hour. Killed Cal Sound with Dark Base Spec. I took out a few people, but then I just looked away from my screen and Gasser killed me. I don't know what happened.
It was very quick, actually. A few kills, though. You can't complain. I mean, you kind of can complain because you didn't win, but, well, you didn't do bad. You didn't do as bad as Nightnator, so, you know, well done. Any plans for next season, including Newt of Terror?
Ancient isn't enabled, so DDS rushing everyone first week. You'll be unstoppable. You're not going to get killed by entangles. Freeze won't help you. You're sorted.
Beautiful. My absolute favorite Deadman content, personally, was watching him start out with the DDS and high strength, rushing everybody. Nobody had any idea. They were like, people are actually killing me. This isn't fair. Anyways, all right, let's move along to Bodhi. The dreadful Bodhi interview. How you doing? He's got some empties.
I had a pretty interesting run there. I got slayed by the gas. I'm not looking forward to people telling me to complete Prince Ali Rescue in the future on stream. I mean, I died. Like, I had the most kills when I died, which I'm happy with. That's all I wanted to do. Normally I play a tournament, it's just to do as many kills as I possibly can at the end. And then I don't really play to try and win, because I feel it's extremely clan-based, as we just saw. Apparently, Rot took the win. I feel it's extremely clan-based for a solo player to walk in. I mean, the first few tournaments, they're a bit all over the place, but now that Jagex are sort of perfecting the tournaments and they're becoming more balanced and fair, that's when the clans sort of can take the wins consecutively. We could see Rot take tournament number 5, we could see another clan take tournament 5 there, and then overall, I feel if a solo player can win one from now on, I'll be very, very surprised. It'd be very good to see, though. But no, my run went okay. I killed as many people as I really wanted to. I died to the gas, which is fine. And then I logged into Will 45 and almost died again on the main Deadman Mode server, so that could have gone bad. But no, overall, I'm happy with the performance. I didn't die first. I didn't get granite mauled out by anybody, so if I died to gas rather than a player, I feel that's better than me getting G-mauled out by a player overall. So no, I'm happy with the tournament run overall, and I'm very much looking forward to my sleep tonight, because I've slept about 26 hours over the past 6 days, so it was worth it. Let's put it there.
Well, unfortunately for you, it's an open bar, so we'll see how long you last tonight. When are you starting the next season then? Is that an immediate thing, or?
I'll be about 13 hours late to next season. I'm going to take a different strategy and sort of make money early, but build myself stats to defend myself. So if you get that one guy who comes with a DDS to try and spec me out, I can kill him. And then, assuming I play around 19 hours a day again for like 2 days or something to sort of catch up, I plan to play this tournament more, I'm going to use the word sadistically. Normally I play and train for hours to get really good stats. I don't really care. I'm happy to die with a 10x experience rate to recover the stats you've lost. I'm happy to go on PK with like base build and just kill lower levels and then get killed by the highest levels in the game. So this tournament should be quite fun. Sorry, this seasonal should be quite fun. Be a bit late to it, but I can catch up, I think, in about 2 days of sacrificing a bit of sleep, and then I'll be good to go.
All right. Well, as you said, we do have some massive changes coming with next season, and we're always looking for ways to improve the tournament and the next season in particular. So we'll see how you do with the next season. We'll see how the final tournament ends. Again, I have no idea where we're going to choose to end it, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, Manked Up Mage, one of the highest levels this Deadman tournament, right? You were on that list. You did really well.
Low, but I had good stats, I think. That was my plan. So I didn't kind of like show myself. So people could target me. That was the main.
You were like 90-something defense, no? Yeah.
I was 98 defense, yeah.
And how did that 90-something defense treat you? Did you?
98 defense doesn't counter fog, so did not too well, yeah.
Didn't work against the fog. So you ended up dying to the fog. Probably not very happy about that.
I guess it's a thing, so yeah, it happened. I'll have to adapt for next time, I guess. Not follow GL and Tom. That's my downfall, I think.
So for next season, do you think you'd be better off joining a clan or a massive team, or are you going to stay solo?
100% massive team, yeah. It's the way forward for Deadman, I think.
And again, are you going to jump straight into this next seasonals? You can start playing right now if you wanted to.
Depending on what everyone else does, I guess. We'll see. But I'll play tomorrow, I guess, if not today.
All right, well, hopefully we get to see more streams from you with Deadman. I really enjoy those. That being said, I think we're going to jump back over to our co-host and casters over on the couch. Thanks for watching.
No, they're showing my white socks.
He's joining us again anyway. So some pretty good stories from the tournament from our streamers there. Bodhi's Rampage especially was pretty special. We had a lot of great moments from that. I think
a lot of risky moments though.
A lot of risky moments.
Yeah,
the DDS coming out early on could have ended him, but it didn't quite.
In the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. We were both genuinely like, okay, well, Bodhi's got. Oh, okay, maybe not. I don't know how he pulls that off, but anyway. But I think it's that was a pretty well-deserved win. I think actually Bodhi raises a very good point where he says, as we perfect the format a little bit more, solo players are going to have to find ways to adapt, evolve, or die, basically. Yeah. And I think that's definitely something that we can look into for the future, because solo players should have a chance, definitely. Yeah. And that did show that essentially clans are very, very vital to the winning process.
Yeah, they're absolutely dominant in the end scenes, like we saw. There was only 2 clans left: the ones inside the palace, Rot, and the clan outside of the palace, who actually got obliterated as they went in.
Yes, they
like
did.
we predicted.
They fell so quickly. I thought they'd give them a fighting chance. They'd walk in, scatter a little bit, maybe take a few members out.
It almost looked like to me that they started getting in, because I didn't even see Barrage just hit that instantly. Like, I think they started getting in, but maybe their caller wasn't in yet, because because a lot of them looked a bit headless as soon as they got in there, because they just got decimated.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what you said before the tournament about the importance of those key people who basically are directing all of the action, because that's a big, big part of clan play.
Yeah, the callers in the teams, the people that direct how everything's going to go, the people that say where to stand, when to do what, and how to do everything perfectly synchronized. So yeah, it's definitely a key aspect of the game and the winning end of the tournament. But like you said, making it more viable for single players to win without having to, you know, just hide and get lucky in that respect, like Oncoding did in the Barbarian Village. Yeah, it's something definitely, it's food for thought, and it's something that should definitely be thought of and looked into.
Just to add to that quickly, obviously in previous seasons we've seen clans getting really overpowered with Ancients and really high-end gear at the start of the season and kind of destroying the rest of the game. But this time round, or rather this season round, we have Ancients locked for the first week, we have Barrows locked for the first 2 weeks. So even though these clans might, you know, be really, really powerful in numbers, they're not going to be too powerful as individual players.
Yeah,
so
and that's something that, you know, if it's successful and if it gets a positive reception, which I'd hazard to guess at saying it will, because I actually think it's a really good mechanic.
That's something
we
that
could even
I've personally
extend it
been
to
looking
things
forward
like
to.
lava dragons, because I know they're a huge source of income for clans and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's all sorts of things that we could do with that. So I'm really, really hopeful, especially for the future. I mean, I think that was an excellent showing. I don't want to take away from Rot's victory, because that was an excellent showing of clan coordination, and I think actually it's nice to see that the decisions we've already made are hopefully going to have a really positive impact on the tournament. So awesome to see.
To recap, we saw Rot head to the Alcarid Palace very early, and they held their ground through everybody coming through that gate. Every other team, every other group of players, every other single player, everybody ran at them, and they took them all out with several people left. Very respectable.
Most of them left, to be honest.
Lots of them suiciding at the end on each other.
The retributions at the end are quite funny.
We're always open to changes, of course, from the community. This entire game mode was derived from a community suggestion. So we'll see what next season offers, if they're able to change and actually win that one as well, or if it will be more of a solo player winning. Who knows? We'll find out next season. I can't wait. That being said, we have confirmation of the winner, and it was... It was, in fact, Rot Nico. So well done.
Oh man, there we go. That's amazing. Oh man.
Wow.
So it's good to see that the infamous reign of terror get just as divisive.
I'm probably happier about that victory than the audience here.
You know what? Rot isn't the most respected team to some. These guys. But there were some cheers in there, okay? There are also maybe some who have died to Rot.
Well, we spoke about this earlier, actually, about other clans teaming together to take on a big clan such as Rot. Didn't happen this time round.
No.
But if anything, from that response from the audience, who knows? Next tournament might see AC and Antiques and all the other clans as well.
Maybe.
Tartard, people group together and taking them on. So we don't know.
Some rivalries to be settled there.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good though. Storylines being made. There's definitely some stuff to look forward to for next time.
Yeah.
Can anybody triple Rot? Can they get the triple? The triple would be pretty amazing.
This has been absolutely incredible. I mean, I was just imagining seeing your name on a screen that big, the biggest LCD screen in UK. Is that right?
In the UK, yeah.
Yeah. Massive screen, seeing your name with confetti dropping, live audience, streamed to however many thousand people. That's got to feel incredible.
Yeah, you feel great, and then you get booed, and you're like, oh well, I've got $10,000.
He's all right. That being said, guys, I think that concludes Deadman Season 3 finale. We'd like to kick things off with Deadman Season 4 strong, so we look forward to seeing all of you guys head in game and give it a go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.
Thank you.